Hello everyone, this is Roxie, a board member with the Animal Advocates of South Central PA. Here's what my vegan family of 3 ate in a day. You'll notice some similarities between my meals and other board members, but hopefully you can see the variations in the dishes. So on this day, we started off by having oatmeal. I find that oatmeal is a great way to pack in a lot of nutrients, and it keeps me energized throughout the morning and even through the afternoon sometimes. So a lot of people may be eating oatmeal now because it's colder, but I tend to eat it all year round. So we started off with some Golden Delicious apples in a little bit of cinnamon and brown sugar, and I cooked those down until they're soft. And then I just make some instant oats on the stove, and I like to use half water and half milk. Mostly for some added protein, we do some soy milk. And then my sweetener is maple syrup, and then we use hemp hearts for omega-3s. I get these relatively cheap at Walmart, but hemp seeds can be expensive. Typically we'll use something like ground flax, which we always have in our refrigerator, but the hemp seeds really do add a creaminess. So after the apples are cooked and the oatmeal's cooked, I just combine it all together, add some extra cinnamon, and there you have it. Here is my toddler's portion, and we add a little bit of banana that also adds some sweetness. For lunch, we had a chickpea barbecue tofu, and we had this as sandwiches. This is a recipe that we had found on Pinterest, so I will link that below. It's super simple and really delicious. So after pressing some tofu in between 2 cutting boards, I cubed it and cooked it with some diced onions. And then I add the sauce from the recipe, which is just essentially tomato sauce with some spices in it. Very easy, like I said. And you just simmer that down until everything's nice and soft and the tofu absorbs all the tomato flavor. And lastly, add that can of chickpeas, stir it in, and heat everything through. Like I said, we had this on this day as sandwiches. It's good with some vegan cheese as well. We've also had it over rice. It's just really delicious and packed with protein. And then for our third meal, we had lasagna. Again, like other board members, but this recipe is not mine. It is a recipe that I found on the Revolution and Bloom YouTube page, and it was the first vegan lasagna recipe I ever found, and I've never gone back because it's so delicious. So I'm just showing you the parts right now. There are a lot of parts. These are some Gardein crumbles and a canned pasta sauce. And then the recipe also shows you how to make a delicious cashew cream. This is all worth the time as it's so good. And then we have a tofu ricotta. After all the pieces are done, you just assemble it like you would a lasagna, and then we top it off with some Dea mozzarella shreds and bake it. So definitely check out the video for this recipe. Like I said, it was the first one I ever found, and it's the best, most delicious lasagna. And then lastly, I am going to show everyone how to cut a mango. So I am a bit of a fruit snob, and I love my mangoes. People always ask me how to cut one. So what you're gonna do is, in the middle of your mango, there is a pit. You're gonna find that pit, stand it up, and you wanna slice down either side of the pit. Once you get your knife in there, you'll feel. After that, you'll have 2 cups. And what I like to do is take my knife and just score each of the cups. And that way you'll get nice diced pieces of mango right out of the skin of the fruit. After this, there is still some fruit left around the pit, so you can just cut the skin and peel the rest of the fruit, and then I typically just eat right around the pit, and it's perfect. Then I just grab a spoon and spoon out the dices that are already cut. Super simple, and you really get all of the fruit. For safety purposes, I did not cut as far through as I typically do, but typically when I scoop it out of there, it is in perfect dices, ready to go. And I had this with some cashews, just a handful of cashews from the bulk bins at Giant. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, and also check out our other videos and our website for more information.